but I feel like Tundra's lineup looks a little stronger to me. They have a lot of good staples. Everything just looks a lot safer to me, but maybe Liquid can win it with good map control.
You've got a big frown on your face, Jake.
I'm just thinking, I mean, I think the stacking is what we're gonna want to look at a lot in this game. Like if Tundra can get out of the laning stage with 33 and he doesn't feed the Veno, because you definitely can get Gale, Blood Grenade, and feed as a Visage, but if they can get to birds, there's not great bird counters, and they can actually run in and I think contest the stacks that the SD is going to be doing. But if that lane goes poorly and 33 is feeding, and the stacks are just free, I think Liquid can just run away with the game.
Because on Liquid's end, it's a really great lifestealer game, especially in the late game. He addresses all of these heroes super well. He just needs to get there.
So it comes to the point where last game we saw Team Liquid do well for 5 minutes. We just need them to do well for a little bit longer, and they got this.
I think so. I honestly think so.
Well, logic checks out. Let's find out if they can do that in the second game. We're heading over to Cap and SPG.
Well, after game 1 where Liquid got stomped pretty hard, game 2, they're going to put their eggs in the Lifestealer basket. Why would you do that, Avery? I mean, Effie seemed to like it. Why is it a good Lifestealer game?
I mean, being able to infest first Bloodseeker, the Pango ult, the Batrider ulti, there's a big save potential in this game, which is pretty damn nice. I feel like it's another one of those Liquid lineups where they kind of want Nisha to eventually carry the game. Like, it's not the Lifestealer's job to carry the game. It's similar to last time. I don't think Sven's job was to carry that game. I think it was Storm. So you're in a similar position. I think Lifestealer thrives when he has a mid carry who he can just play through, buff up. I mean, this is something Liquid played with going back to that TI, right? The Lifestealer infest on the mid-game Pango. I mean, this is a setup that they really like to play through their mid laners for, and that's where the hero excels. I do like Lifestealer in that role. I think the pick makes sense in that regard. But a lot comes down to the lane. Like, this Veno Lifestealer lane needs to win versus the Bat Visage. And this is the start you want. Can you get the deny? You cannot.
Pretty much guaranteed that somebody's going to be dying once you get galed like this on the bounty runes. And sure enough, Liquid secure themselves the opening first blood of the game.
Let's go to Veno. Maybe not what Liquid wanted there. They wanted it on one of the cores. This top lane is just, it's a bloodbath of a lane. Because Veno Lifestealer want to all in the Visage level 1, and at the same time, the Visage Batrider are incredibly deadly in the trade with Soul Assumption. So I don't think you can all in them here. I feel like this lane is just going to be screwed for Liquid over time. Even with the first blood helping, I don't think Mickey is going to have fun up here. I really don't think he is. I think Veno sucks versus double range lanes, and I think he really sucks versus the Visage lane when he can't trade. And yeah, I don't know if this lane is playable as long as 33 has mana.
I was literally just about to say the Lifestealer is going to be low all the time, so you're going to get constant thirst stacks for Lifestealer, but it turns out the thirst actually helps him win that lane by having vision of the Lifestealer in the trees.
So if the top lane wins for Tundra, they're going to win the other side lane from the thirst benefit as well. That's why this lane is ultra important for them to go their way. I feel like Tundra's pretty favor here, honestly. I think the Liquid draft is very powerful if we get to the late game, because Queen of Pain, Lifestealer can carry this game. You have Empower on top of it. There's a huge amount of stack potential, as the panel talked about, but I don't see Liquid doing well enough the lanes to stop the aura momentum that's going to come out from this Visage. Like, Pipe is disgusting here for Tundra. The Crimson Pipe is absolutely disgusting here for Tundra. You have a Purge, but I'm worried. I think Liquid are potentially in a lot of trouble this game.
Yeah, this is looking like an even more one-sided game than game 1.
Yeah, you just can't enter top lane for Mickey right now. He is getting absolutely destroyed. There's nothing stopping 33 from just ferrying Mangos out this lane forever, because he knows every Mango is a Soul Assumption. Every Soul Assumption is HP that Mickey cannot regenerate because he cannot hit heroes on this lane. This is going to be a struggle of an early game for Liquid. They're going to have to push through it. Again, I point towards Nisha. Queen of Pain is going to have to make some rotations and gain some momentum back. Push them into that mid game where the stacking and the efficiency between the Shadow Demon and the Mag can go to work.
Am I crazy, or the Lifestealer matchups here? I don't know. I just look at it and I feel like he's just getting kited a lot. There's some fairly mobile heroes, or maybe some heroes that just, like Visage isn't mobile, but he won't necessarily care if Lifestealer's going on him because he could just stone for him, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I go back to like, what is Lifestealer's job in this game? I don't know if his job is necessarily to just go in and kill heroes. It's like the Sven one. Like maybe he'll kill one hero in the fight, but his job is to keep the Quap alive. The Quap is the big damage here. He does have Empower. Mag Lifestealer can be really obnoxious if you get infest bombs going, stuff like that. It's just the early game is going to be a struggle. I never want to play Lifestealer into a non-melee offlaner. I feel like it is always a bad time.
Yeah.
But they're doing okay. They get the lane in, they get the 3-minute Lotus. That's pretty nice. And of course, Nisha's winning mid while the side lane action is happening, which is the biggest thing for Liquid. They want the Queen of Pain on top. They want the Queen of Pain in a position where you can dominate the runes, maybe make rotation with the ult. And at least shut Malring down, because what happened last game with 16-0 was... that cannot happen again.
Seriously. So putting an emphasis on shutting down the stand-in mid laner. But Tundra still heavily succeeding in the side lanes and are likely going to continue to do so.
I mean, the other thing that makes the Liquid lineup slow is the lack of stun, so there's always TP out potential. I mean, I ask you, Kep, what is the best spell in Dota 2?
Black Hole.
No. Friendship. But what is the next best spell in Dota 2?
Dedication?
Teleport Scroll.
Oh. Love?
Dedication?
Yeah, friendship.
This is a wedding vow?
Friendship, dedication, and love. FDL.
I don't want to be reminded of that. You know, there's a player in this series who's actually part of FDL. AUI. Oh, this is old school.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't want to be reminded of that either.
Was all his friends. All right, well, we got level 3 Veno, so even if it is non-melee matchups, Veno can still be kind of annoying, so maybe he'll be able to create a little bit more space for Lifestealer to be able to bounce back. As you could see, Skeeter is totally free farming. Every single time they've gone onto him, he's been full HP when they do so, and they're unlikely to kill him, and so he just goes back to full HP off of healing.
He's getting thirst boosted off top, and Shadow Demon Mag is not an aggressive lane. Shadow Demon Mag is a lane. Maybe you get a cheeky kill off like level 2 Shadow Poison, but you're not winning the trades. They're getting gone up on him again. Just setting it up too easy for Sox on these double dunks.
You're going to go for the kill on the Sox, try and trade out here, but Zai won't be able to commit. In fact, he needs to use the Skewer to get away from Skeeter, and Skeeter might be able to just commit here with a Blood Right. It lands on him, and Zai is dead. Skeeter gets the double. Boy.
This early game.
Die to neutrals. What was happening?
He suicided.
So that's intentional.
Yeah, you're getting nothing off that. Gale lands top. You can always TP here. I'm gonna try and walk it off. I think I would have just TP'd to tower.
You can always TP here.
Yeah, I mean, could always.
Maybe he just wants to stock up more TP scrolls to use them later.
That's a very important kill.
Or second best skill in Dota.
I'm telling you, yeah, it is the second best. I mean, friendship is more powerful than teleport.
Nisha, are you really going to go for this?
Oh, we got it.
Wait, did he? Yeah. Oh, he did. Pushed away, gets the blink. Nisha, Malreen's going to run him down. He needs some help. Shield crash doesn't actually land. Is that going to be enough for Nisha? No, it's not. Swashbuckle finishes him up. Immersion is going to trade out of his life, though. Dying to Insanity here. Now Boxy's going to be slowed down. Malreen not going to chase after him, though. That was weird. He picked up the DD, but also came up with a message that it denied the DD. Yeah. That's why he denied it.
He denied it spiritually. You know, the game said, you know what? You were close enough. We'll give you the deny for the stats, but Nisha gets the bottle, of course, because he
gets the refill. Yeah.
Yeah, Nisha's Nisha, so. Nisha pulling out some hacks here.
Nisha needed a whole lot more than just a double damage.
I mean, honestly, if I were Nisha, I wouldn't be pulling out the scripts day one. I feel like that's a little brazen.
No, that's true.
Like, you pull out the bottle scripts, day 4 or 5, when no one's looking.
I mean, at least wait for the second group stage to start. Yeah, that Skewer is only going to do more harm than good. He's going to leave the last hit to Skeeter. Very nice from Saksa. Wants to make sure his carry is happy and healthy.
Destruction continues here in the early game. All 3 lanes going favorably for Tundra. Saddest part about that not denied rune mid was that Nisha used it to try and survive, so he doesn't even have it to make some move. Yeah, this is consumables well worth it for Tundra. They power up their cores, and Mikke is going to continue to struggle here because he does not deal with birds at all. And there's not a lot that deals with the birds in this game. Like, Queen of Pain is great later, but not too good in the early game. I really think 33 just has free reign in this game, and I think when 33 has free reign, that is when Tundra are at their scariest.
I mean, he was already pulling off some really good plays off the vacuum in game 1 with the Darkseer. Now with a Vistage, quick execution. Moxie goes down, and Zai not only gonna watch, do nothing about it, but will not be able to get the skewer down the hill. Maureen intercepts him and finishes him off.
A classic mistake.
Tundra are just getting everything. They are punishing the slowness from this Liquid lineup. The supports just aren't offering you anything here. Like, they're great later, but I feel like I keep saying that. There's a lot of things that are great later for Liquid. Are they gonna get to later?
Yeah, are we going to get to post 35 minutes, or is this just going to be another 30-minute beatdown?
And you also have to think about the level supports here. Liquid's supports really need levels. There's only 2 ways you get levels on supports this patch. It's the Wisdom Rune, and it's core kills. That's pretty much it. There's a third option sometimes, which is like mega stacking. But sure, it's kind of hard to pull off because if you're not getting the other 2 and then you go to the mega stacking, you a lot of times lose the mega stack because you're behind because you didn't get the other 2.
Yeah.
So I feel like you need one of the other 2 to get the mega stack going, and I'm not sure Liquid are going to find any of that because the kills are difficult. Wisdom Rune's already been picked up. You're sitting on level 4 between the Veno and the Shadow Demon here. 2 supports who really need ults. Like, I cannot think of 2 supports that are more reliant on their ults here to create the kill potential. So the windows are just all open here for Tundra.
Okay, the skewer back. Yeah, like the shockwave denying the blast off is always cute, but
I kind of respect he's skewering, you know. It's like I'm going out on my terms.
Sure. Why not?
You think you're gonna kill me? No, I'm gonna kill myself first.
Run myself to death. Green Mile.
Another power rune. Maureen here. And those are the kills that are giving Sox the XP, as he is already 6.5, so he's having another fantastic game on Techie, 0-1 and 8. 8 assists at 10-minute mark is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I know we don't talk about assists a lot, but that is a ridiculous amount of experience for his team.
It's the power of this hero. Techie's just insanely strong right now.
Yeah, I mean, they have very strong lanes, right? The Batrider and the Techies. They took them both first phase. That pretty much guarantees both your side lanes are going to go even at worst. That is a very strong thing to have, and it's another defensive wave. Wave goodbye to your ult for another 100 seconds.
Vlad soon to be drums for 33. So he's going to be building into those big auras. We've got Witchblade for Nisha, but he's not even done with it yet. His is rather slow for a lane that he was supposed to be very dominant in. RP going to go out. Insania going to use everything here, but it's nowhere near enough. Skeeter goes down to half health, shrugs it off pretty easily. He does get a lot of stacks put onto him, so this last one is going to do a lot of damage. Not quite enough by itself. And instead, he'll get the kill on Boxy. Okay, this is... I mean, I know I said the show.
You want to finish?
I said Liquid. I think they're gonna not do so hot.
It's all looking great.
This is worse than I expected.
It's day 1. It's first series. It's early morning. It's there were some strong wind conditions.
Are fortified.
Weather's not optimal.
Dire's middle tower.
I was like, wind conditions? No, wind conditions. The wind outside is
Well, there might be
causing
some strong wind conditions as well, but
Dire's top
not for
tower
Liquid.
has fallen.
I'm not sure what their wind condition is right now.
it's support ults. That is it. You need support ults right now.
Oh, you're not going to get it on Boxy. Don't get experience when you're dead.
And just TP out. Limited stuns. Can always make these aggressive plays and have that as your backup. Tundra don't need to escalate this game that fast either. They're just content continuing to farm up the auras because they know the aura ball here is... I don't think there's any contesting if you don't have early purge, if you don't have early fighting items from Zai. And look at how far Zai is behind 33 here. He's getting doubled up. This is when auras become an even bigger problem. Because auras are as good as your other cores are. And when all of your cores are ahead, then your auras become doubly as powerful.
Sure, yeah, I could see that. Yeah. The higher your HP, the more effective your magic resistance from Pipe or Crimson Guard.
Yeah, they're a win more item.
Yeah.
That's why they're so damn good. Not a win less item.
What is a win less item?
Dagon.
Yeah, that's actually...
You're
not winning and you go Dagon, you win even less.
Oh, God. Whenever I see my mid Void Spirit go Dagon,
yeah, we saw a lot of those.
You know you lost. I mean, I kind of believe in the build, but I also don't. I don't win.
Skewer, TP out on the high ground. Zai, one of the few times, well, the only time so far this game he'll survive against the Rupture. And Tundra already like moving. I feel like it's probably just an effect of their draft and some of their early game lineup. Once again, Sonic Wave going to be forced to use defensively. Does Tundra have this on a timer or what? He just keep on forcing this out at Nisha, and they almost still kill him. Now it looks like Immersion is probably the one to die here, but he gets denied instead by 33. They give Liquid absolutely nothing.
I don't know. I mean, that was a strong deny.
You think it would have lived?
It's like 200 HP, just shoved him down with the birds. He's like, get the hell out of here. I mean, he probably would have had to deny him. I just think it looked funny. He's like, I'm not going to wait to see what, you know, you usually wait a little more. There wasn't any damage.
He's exactly how low he gets. I mean, the ultimate from the Venom, I think, it already takes out entirely.
I mean, it's finally an ult from the Liquid supports that, like, that's their kill turret, right?
Yeah.
Look, he just took him. He's like, I see low hero.
Okay.
I kill low hero.
Remember when you said one of the ways back into these games, you're specifically talking about supports, is that like in order to get experience, you got the Mega Stack. You said when you're losing
the Mega Stack,
you usually don't get the Mega Stack because the enemy team is winning and they assert their dominance. They usually take the Mega Stack away from you. Not in this situation.
That was a lot of gold.
They gave a lot of gold to Liquid there off of the Mega Stack. They're still up 6,000 net worth, so I'm sure Tundra's not too connected.
I think it was a 6 or 7 ancient stack.
That was really big, yeah.
That is a huge gold injection here. Yeah, that is the one comeback. I'm surprised that Tundra did not scout it at some point, right? Because you're looking at this lineup. You know they're stacking triangles.
It's a mag lineup.
It's a Shadow Demon Venom mag lineup. Like, there is nothing else to be done. And they're coming in here, but it's a minute too late.
Nisha trying to help out Boxy here, but Skeeter has already killed Zai, so they're not going to get help from their offlaner. And the man, Balreen, is already here, chasing after Nisha. Is he going to go for it? I feel like he is. He's shown a lot of bravado in this matchup up against Nisha already, diving him underneath the tier 2 to finish him off.
6-0. He is 22-0 in this series so far for Balreen. You cannot ask for anything better as a start. Another deny, by the way, on the Bat Rider. So the double support outs go on Immersion, and the double support ults yield nothing. You're in dire territory now.
Dire's bottom tower.
That is exactly where Tundra is, on dire territory.
I knew you'd appreciate that one. You're welcome.
Yeah, they are completely occupying the dire side of the map right now.
Hey, at least they got the Mega Stack.
Under attack.
You know?
Yeah, they got all that golden experience and then immediately died to Tundra.
Man, Zai looks like he's struggling. That was a dark expression.
I thought that Liquid looked a little shell-shocked after game 1. There was no...
I mean, that's the thing about Dota. Like, we see the tip of the iceberg, right? You don't know what the last week of scrims have been. You don't know what the last week of Dota has been, hubs-wise, right? Sometimes you're just in a funk. Yeah, like, Liquid could have lost their last 20 games. We have no idea. They could have won their last 20 games.
Yeah, and they're wondering what the hell happened, guys. I thought we were actually kind of decent.
That's why there's always a hidden story. But it's gonna be a rough first series here. Tundra continue the momentum. The auras are starting to build up for 33. Very comfortable in this hero in the progression. We're gonna need some big comeback plays from Liquid. 10k down. You do have some team fight potential here. You can use some Venom wards to give you the vision, set up the fight, come in with a big RP into Sonic Wave. There's some AoE comeback potential.
Sorry, I just don't believe in that. I mean, it didn't happen in game 1. I don't think it's going to happen in game 2.
In magic?
My vigor
I feel like game 1 it was easier to actually get the RP. I'm going to have that song stuck in my head for the rest of the day, by the way. Blink Dagger soon for a Bat Rider.
Nobody knows the second line.
Yeah, no.
Why is it dead again? Cannot TP from the birds. there's no friendship to help him.
I mean, Zai at least, you know, like, he had a good time in lane in game 1, you know?
Yeah, he was having a much better time around. The team
Oh, the mine drops immediately after the blast off. That's going to ensure some big kills here. Nisha tries to push him away and TP out, but no. Denied by Skeeter. BKB kills him, cuts him down. Will finish off with the third deny on immersion in this single game. That is some hazing right there.
I feel like every fight is immersion gets denied. There's a defensive sonic wave, and then Liquid die. And I feel like I've seen that 4 times. It's the same movie on repeat.
Dire's middle tower is under
You did get a
attack.
courier with that sonic wave. It's worth noting. Pick up Skeeter's courier. Big kill.
Wow. We're back.
You gotta take every little victory. Mickey does have Deso armlet here, so single target burst with power. There's a little bit there if you can find an isolated target.
Yeah, if you can lock down these heroes long enough to actually kill them, but otherwise it's going to be Bloodseeker thirsting away, or, you know, swashbuckle on out, or the taser goes out from the techies.
I mean, you also already have Boots of Bearing up 33 as well. A very strong item in this game versus all the slows Liquid are proposing. Yeah, as well as cutting the Lifestealer. That is just going to be devastating in these fights. So you got to be able to stick on. So basically, this game is now maybe you find some RPs off the blink. Zai's trying to farm. Or that's it. There's not a lot of comeback potential left in this game, as the auras are slowly closing it out. You already have blink up on immersion. He just rushes it here. Pretty interesting choice, actually. I don't know if they actually need the blink in this game, because they're just going to force the issue with the ball.
What else would you get, though?
Just more auras. You can build a pipe, right? You can get a glimmer. You can build a force staff. It's like this type of thing. Like, do you want to be blinking in? You know, you don't think you need to. They'll pay the price. No deny there.
Sania gets a little bit too close here. Does have the glimmer cape, but Sentry preemptively dropped down by Liquid, trying to cover Insania. The damage coming in. The Blood Right is not going to go out in time. Mickey starts getting on top of the Visage here. Turns around, goes for Maureen instead. But he's pretty high. Oh, Sonic Wave. Nisha, again, defensive just to be able to get away, get the blink out. They get a skewer back onto 33, not really caring. Stone forms underneath the tier 2 tower. Malrain still going strong, is finally going to take out here, but that's just the Aegis. Look how low everybody on Liquid is. The Bloodseeker is moving around right now, and he's got a BKB too, so he could commit if he wants. The Blood Right doing even more damage, finishes off the Shadow Demon. That's all he goes for, honestly. Yeah, Malrain's got a better idea of it. Let's go kill him, man.
This guy's no fear.
Dire's top tower
No reason to have fear in this game. Ridiculous performance from him as Tundra set the plate, and he is feasting on Liquid's bones. 13K at 20 minutes. And the ball is just heating up. We haven't seen Tundra group that much in this game. That's when their lineup's scariest, in my opinion. This has just all been skirmishing.
So it's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah.
Well, it did get worse. Oh, it got a little bit better. Mickey somehow gets off the rage before the blast off continues that stun.
Where a patch go, you'd be done.
That is true.
And Foxy's gonna pick up a wisdom rune.
Dire's middle tower
Something to be thankful for.
are scanning.
He just has a Vanguard.
I mean, he did finish Blink. He bought it out. That'll give him Blink RP potential.
I think he got something at least.
Ooh, the self-cleanse.
Self-cleanse, but he's still bleeding out from the rupture. A spiteful demonic purge put onto immersion before he goes down.
Man, I don't think we've seen Liquid this discoordinated in a long time.
Now,
I mean, I'm not gonna put like too much on it, you know. I think they're a team that does get better over the course of a tournament. We don't know what factors are there. It's not a first series that is gonna instill fear in your opponents.
Visibility.
Whereas Tundra, they're just gonna play this tournament without any, because I mean, you have stand-ins. Like, that is the benefit of stand-ins. Nobody ever feels any pressure.
when you have stand-ins like these.
Unless it's Seb, I guess. Because you know at some point he's gonna kick you.
Double damage.
Nice team. I think I'll join it. 25-5, 17,000 net worth lead for Tundra. away they go. Smoked up and just waiting for any hero to show their face a little bit too far out. They want more than Insania, but Insania's the only one showing. It was a bait, though. They'll get a kill for this. Emergent quickly dies. Insania's still going to fall, though. And it looks like it's still looking like a great fight. RP down underneath with the big damage. The physical and the pure combined together to blow up the carry. Skeeter. He was being a little bit cautious earlier, but now this time he dives in a bit too deep. Boxy is going to die, though. 33 still going strong. Nisha's, he's out of mana. He's in trouble, and he's dead.
I was going to say, if Liquid can heal and come back. But there is still a lot of damage in the tank. Off these swashbuckles, the birds just getting run down. 33 is a rock. Quite literally, they just can't touch him. Still a huge kill on the Bloodseeker. That was a double damage for Skeeter. He got melted. That is that RP Sonic Wave combination that it's still going to be a threat here. Was that enough? Probably not.
No, it wasn't. There's
Good bait,
still
though.
18,000 net worth up.
It was a solid bait.
It was. It felt like Nisha's play there where he blinked out. Felt like one of those, that was one of those desperation where you get a small comeback and you're like, guys, we need to get more off of this. The only way we win this game is if we get more, but then you just kind of inevitably go too far and kind of throw away the small bit you had going.
That's what I'm talking about.
AC for 33. So
that is terrifying.
yeah, this is no Crimson Guard pipe sort of deal. He's going for a much bigger scale on this Visage.
And you could, and this type of itemization is a lot better on him now. This is universal. Hero gets significantly more base damage. You get a pretty decent grave chill in the fight, and suddenly you're just right-clicking for a decent amount of damage.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. It's not like you're chunking heroes down, but it adds up over the course of a fight, especially when Visage is kind of one of these support killers. Like, I'd be pretty curious to see this hero in this meta with one of those, you know, Ags AC builds where you're just going in, you pop up on somebody and you just shred him.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty scary to me. I think this hero does have some untapped potential. I think he's one of those heroes that often gets forgot about because a lot of the summons fell off. The Brood, the Lycan. I mean, the Beast. Beast is not even a summons hero now.
No, he's
what
an
happened to
axe.
that hero? Yeah, they gave Beast the axe, and I guess they should give Axe the Beast.
Got that beast in him, though. Aghanim Scepter, Bloodseeker. That's the kind of game we're dealing with here.
It's a solid Axe now, honestly. We're just going to see it a lot more. This thing gives you barrier, it gives you sustain in the fights.
Okay, but why are you getting it in this situation instead of more right-click?
Because he has AC Visage.
Okay, they're swapping roles. Visage is going to do the right-click damage, and Bloodseeker is going to do the magic damage.
I feel like all Skeeter needs to do is survive. If he stays alive, they're going to win the fights.
Okay.
I don't think they have any damage issues right now. Their whole lineup is damage. Yeah, they're ahead by a decent margin. So Ags is one of these items that does make you really tanky with the new barrier. It's an interesting choice. I think Scotty was also pretty interesting here.
I mean, Basher to win the man fight against Lifestealer was my idea.
Dire's bottom
Oh, the Sonic Wave comes out. Once again, there is that reaction ability, but the Infest is not going to be enough to save him. TP out immediately. He gets away. Zai trying to make a move on the other side of the map. They showed 3 heroes at top, so he wants to get this pick off on 33. Not an easy kill to get, but if you could skewer him back, maybe could have been possible.
I don't know if 33 cares, honestly. Look, he's got stone form. He is very tanky.
Even those familiars just ripping apart.
That's what I'm saying, man. This hero right clicks for a lot. He's a human shredder. Or bird shredder, I should say. Yeah, I don't know who's skewering who here, but...
Well, this fight is already over. It's just a question of who's going to die in it on the side of Liquid. And it looks like it's just Boxy. The rest of Liquid keeping their distance. And 33 saying, guys, just keep going. They can't fight us.
This game's over. I feel like it goes down to the side lanes. Like, you have a winning mid lane for Liquid, but Tango can usually skirt out of those.
Dire's middle barracks.
I just don't think Co-op can create enough tempo to get out these side lanes, and I think the side lanes are damn near impossible here.
I mean, this game makes me feel very excited. GG's going to be called out pretty quickly here from Liquid. Again, another thing. I don't actually know the timer on game 1, but it felt like it was sub 30 minutes, and this one only 27 and a half. So, but it does make me very excited for Tundra because I think they were a team that had a lot of momentum.